Hi, it's Jet Set Jason with another Travel Tuesday tip. Holiday season traveling? Absolutely. Which means what? Delays. That's right. If you're traveling this week, next week, I hope it doesn't happen to you, but there's a good chance that it will. Especially with all the numbers of flights that people get packed on these days, and they don't quite allow for the space they used to on flights. So if there's an issue, weather, mechanical, otherwise, you could be looking at some extensive stays in airports and some bumps. How to combat that? Firstly, have a lot of content with you. If it's books, magazines, newspapers, whatever you're into, have a lot of it, just in case. Also, these days, a lot of digital options. E-readers, Nooks, iPads, things along those lines. So be sure to stop by your favorite e-reader store, be it iTunes, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Borders, to pack your devices full of content for your potentially long stays in airports. Also, don't forget to put your movies on your devices as well. With Netflix having streaming apps on a variety of devices now, you might have time to catch up on that queue that you have been looking forward to during the busy work season. I'll also put some apps on my page, on my Facebook page, that will help you navigate some of the airports as well. Most of these, if not all, are free apps, and it'll give you an opportunity to find out if there's a Starbucks near you, or a restroom, or even a customer service counter. Also, if you look at my Facebook page, you will see links to the most important part of your delay, if there is one, the customer service numbers for a variety of airlines. If you are delayed, there's another safe haven you might be able to seek out, the somewhat elusive airport lounge. Almost every airline has one, but not every airport does. Usually reserved for the more exclusive travelers, high flyers, people that are paying out for day passes and things along those lines. There's a number of ways that you can access these lounges. Number one, you can either have a membership to them, which can run as much as $500–600 a year, depending on which airline. You can also buy day passes. I believe the average pass right now is going for around $50. You can also get access via certain credit cards. There are certain credit cards out there, I believe American Express Platinum is one of them, that will grant you access to certain airline lounges. Another thing to think about is that in most of these situations, these airlines are going to require that you are flying their airline that day. Also, if you are flying internationally, generally international, business, first class travelers are treated to a little more premium access to the lounges. But you also have to consider, is it worth it? Some of these lounges offer a lot of great services: Wi-Fi, conference rooms, newspapers, magazines, beverages, food, and some just don't. So be sure to check it out before you decide to play your cards and try and get access to the lounge. Also, if you're bumped, another thing that you can negotiate, as opposed to just walking away with maybe some cash or maybe a restricted ticket, if you're going to get bumped for a later flight, or maybe even just get a cash voucher, see if they will at least give you access to the club for that day. You have a better chance if you're going to wind up flying later that day. It'll give you a safe haven to kind of hang out in for a little bit. Some of the mileage programs you're involved in may also give you access to the lounges, or at least a discounted rate to a day pass or a yearly membership. You can even look, if you have enough time in advance, on eBay. People do actually sell passes that they've got and they're not using, and double check to make sure there's no restrictions with the name on the pass. On eBay, you can pick them up a lot cheaper than you would normally find them, either walking into the club themselves or trying to buy it in advance. So as I mentioned, get a hold of the airline first. Make sure that your delay is being worked out, and keep up with those guys. Put their numbers into your smartphones, your cell phones. Have a lot of content, either in your hand or on your devices. See what you can do by getting into the airport lounges. It may not work for everybody. There may not be a lounge convenient to your gate, but if you can work out something with the lounge agents, then you can get paged and hopefully have a nice, smooth delay. And on top of everything else, just stay cool, remain calm, and until next time, wheels up.